Title: Even My Boss's Nephew Tried Me. I heard my wife giggle. I just quietly filed for divorce. Her lawyer laughed it off, until my attorney handed him a single sheet of paper. He read it, his face went ghost white, and he whispered, "Start." I heard her laugh through the door, that soft, drunk kind of laugh that used to be mine. Then the words that burned everything inside me to ash. Even my boss's nephew tried me. And her giggle followed. Careless, proud, cruel. I didn't walk in. I didn't shout. I didn't even blink. I just turned, went to my office, and opened a new folder on my laptop. Title: Divorce. Subfolder: Evidence. We'd been married 8 years. 2 dogs, a mortgage, a life built on quiet routines, coffee on the deck, late-night shows, shared passwords. I thought that meant trust. Turns out it just meant access. I was a financial analyst for her uncle's company, the kind of job that rewards silence and precision. She liked to say I was predictable. She was right, and that's what made me dangerous. We met at the firm's New Year's gala. She was the boss's favorite niece, confident and untouchable. I was the quiet one who knew how to disappear in a crowd. She said she liked that about me. She liked being seen next to someone who didn't compete with her spotlight. For years, I mistook her admiration for love. She mistook my loyalty for weakness. I caught the first crack 2 years ago, a late meeting that didn't exist, a perfume that wasn't hers on my shirt, transferred maybe from someone who got too close to her before she came home. Then the texts that stopped mid-sentence when I walked into the room. Small things, but numbers tell stories. Patterns never lie. It wasn't until the company retreat that I saw it clearly. The nephew, Evan, fresh out of business school, all charm and entitlement. He called her Auntie's favorite. She laughed too easily. I watched his hand rest on the small of her back, casual, practiced. Her eyes didn't flinch. Later that night, while she showered, I opened her phone. No passcode. She never thought she needed one with me. Photos, messages, hotel receipts, all of it wrapped neatly in a folder titled Archived. Even her lies were organized. I closed the phone, placed it back, and stared at my reflection in the mirror. I didn't cry, didn't rage. I just recalculated. It took me 6 months. I transferred small sums, adjusted holdings, revised signatures, all legal, all traceable to her consent. She'd signed so many documents over the years without reading them. "You handle the boring stuff," she'd say. So I did. Meanwhile, I recorded everything. Calls, photos, messages, her bragging to friends, her flirtation with Evan, her jokes about me being too loyal to cheat, too dull to notice. The file grew fat and quiet, like a loaded gun in a drawer. By the time I hired my attorney, the groundwork was done. He called me methodical. I called it closure. When I filed, she laughed, actually laughed, said, "You'll regret this when you realize how much I'm entitled to." Her lawyer, a smug man with expensive shoes, told me to be reasonable. They wanted half my retirement, the house, and a chunk of the firm shares that were, technically, under my name. I didn't argue. I nodded. Then I let them talk themselves into arrogance. At the hearing, her lawyer chuckled, confident as ever. "Mr. Hale," he said, "surely you can't expect to keep the company's assets to yourself when your wife contributed to your career." My attorney didn't speak. He just slid a single sheet of paper across the table. The lawyer frowned, unfolded it, and read. Then his color drained. He read it again, and again. When he finally looked up, his lips barely moved. "Oh my God, you married him." You see, the company had a strict anti-nepotism clause. It was the kind of rule her uncle, the CEO, enforced like gospel. No family connections in managerial positions, no romantic ties between employees and executives. When she married me, her uncle fast-tracked my promotion, trusted me because of her. When she started sleeping with his nephew, that clause became my weapon. The paper her lawyer read was a notarized statement from HR. It documented her affair with Evan, confirmed by security footage from a company trip, footage I'd recovered from an internal server months earlier. The affair wasn't just adultery, it was corporate misconduct, an ethics breach, an automatic disqualification of her family's claim to ownership shares. In one move, she lost the house, the shares, and the uncle's trust. Evan was fired within the week. She was blacklisted quietly. No lawsuit, no noise, just a polite erasure. She called once after the hearing. No words, just silence on the line. I could hear her breathing, shallow, uneven. Then a whisper, "You planned this." I didn't answer, because yes, I did. Every second of it. Every signature, every document, every quiet nod. Revenge doesn't shout. It waits. It moves slow, measured, certain. Now, I live in the same house she thought she'd win. The dogs still sleep by my feet. The coffee still brews at 7. The silence feels cleaner now, not empty, just earned. Sometimes I pass by her uncle in the building. He nods but never speaks. Evan's name never comes up. Her name even less. People call it cold, what I did. Maybe it is. But when you've been burned that completely, you learn that fire can also cleanse. I didn't destroy her. I just let her fall into the hole she dug herself. And I buried the evidence. Quietly. Because real revenge isn't loud. It's legal. It's elegant. And it ends with a whisper. You married him. That's all it took. One line to undo her empire. And one silent man to walk away free.